And perhaps this is the greatest surprise awaiting those who visit. They expect industry, they discover humanity. They expect factories, they discover culture. They expect steel, they discover stories. Stories of perseverance, stories of aspiration, stories of communities building a future together, stories that reflect the broader Indonesian experience. Because ultimately, Cilegon is not simply a place, it is a symbol of what can happen when vision meets opportunity, when geography meets strategy, when hard work meets determination, when people unite around shared goals. The city stands as proof that progress is not limited to major capitals or famous tourist destinations. Important stories can emerge from unexpected places. Transformative achievements can happen far from the spotlight. National impact can originate from cities that many people barely notice on a map. And yet those cities help shape the future every day. Cilegon is one of them. A city whose influence extends beyond its borders. A city whose efforts support millions. A city whose story deserves to be told. Because hidden behind every shipment of steel is a worker. Behind every economic statistic is a family. Behind every successful city is a community. And behind every community is hope. Hope for a better tomorrow. Hope for greater opportunity. Hope for continued progress. Hope that future generations will inherit something even stronger than what exists today. As night eventually returns and the lights of the city once again illuminate the horizon, the cycle continues. Ships continue moving, factories continue operating, travelers continue crossing, families continue dreaming, students continue learning, entrepreneurs continue building. The story never truly stops, it simply moves forward, one day at a time, one achievement at a time, one generation at a time. And that may be the ultimate lesson of Cilegon. The strongest foundations are built through persistence. The greatest transformations happen gradually. The most meaningful progress is sustained over time. And the most inspiring cities are those that never stop striving to become better than they were yesterday. Cilegon continues striving, continues building, continues evolving, continues inspiring. The steel city of Indonesia, the gateway between islands, the engine of opportunity, the city of resilience, the city of possibility, and a place whose greatest contribution to the nation may not be what it has already achieved, but what it is still destined to become. Because the future is not waiting, the future is already arriving, and Cilegon is helping forge it, one day, one dream, and one generation at a time. And perhaps the most remarkable thing about Cilegon is this: its story is still unfolding while we are living inside it. Most legendary cities are often appreciated only after history has already been written. People celebrate them decades later, sometimes centuries later. They look back and say, that place changed everything. But rarely do they recognize the transformation while it is happening. Cilegon is one of those places, a city writing history in real time, a city whose influence continues expanding with every passing year, a city that demonstrates how strategic vision, industrial capability, and human determination can reshape an entire region. Think about what happens here every single day. Raw materials arrive, ideas become products, products become infrastructure, infrastructure becomes opportunity, opportunity becomes prosperity, and prosperity creates new dreams. It is a cycle that continuously renews itself, a cycle powered not only by machines, but by people. Because machines can manufacture steel, only people can manufacture progress. Only people can create innovation. Only people can imagine a future that does not yet exist. And throughout Cilegon, that future is being imagined every day. In classrooms, in offices, in workshops, in homes, in factories, in laboratories, in small businesses, in community centers. Everywhere people are asking the same question: how can tomorrow be better than today? That question has driven human progress throughout history. It built civilizations, it launched discoveries, it transformed nations, and it continues driving cities like Cilegon forward. There is something profoundly inspiring about places that refuse to stand still, places that continuously reinvent themselves, places that understand that success is not a destination, it is a journey, a continuous process of improvement, a commitment to growth, a willingness to embrace change while remaining true to core values. That commitment can be seen throughout Cilegon. You see it in the expansion of infrastructure, you see it in industrial innovation, you see it in educational advancement, you see it in cultural exchanges, you see it in the aspirations of young people preparing for careers that may not even exist yet. Because the future belongs to those willing to prepare for it, and preparation requires vision. Vision requires courage. Courage requires action. Cilegon has consistently demonstrated all three. Vision to recognize opportunity, courage to pursue it, action to make it real. This combination has allowed the city to become far more than a regional industrial centre. It has become a symbol of what strategic development can achieve, a reminder that geography can become advantage, that investment can become transformation, that hard work can become legacy. And legacy is an important word because every city leaves something behind. Some leave monuments, some leave cultural movements, some leave architectural wonders, others leave economic impact. Cilegon leaves all of these in different ways. Its industrial contributions support development across Indonesia. Its transportation networks connect major regions. Its cultural diversity demonstrates the value of coexistence. Its economic activity creates opportunities for countless families. Its strategic role strengthens national connectivity. These contributions may not always dominate headlines, but they matter. And often, the achievements that matter most are the ones people rarely notice. Consider a bridge. Most people crossing it never think about where the steel came from. They simply trust that it will hold. Consider a port. Most travellers focus on reaching their destination. They rarely think about the complex systems making that journey possible. Consider a city. Most outsiders see only surface impressions. They rarely see the thousands of invisible efforts sustaining daily life. Cilegon reminds us to look deeper, to appreciate the systems behind success, to recognise the people behind progress, to understand that extraordinary achievements are often built upon ordinary acts repeated consistently over time. This lesson extends far beyond one city. It applies to individuals as well. Great careers are built through consistent effort. Great communities are built through cooperation. Great nations are built through shared commitment. Great futures are built through daily actions. And that is exactly what Cilegon represents. The power of consistent effort. The power of collective ambition. The power of long-term thinking. These principles have transformed the city. They will continue shaping its future. Imagine returning to Cilegon 20 years from now. What might you see? Perhaps smarter industries utilising advanced technologies. Perhaps greener urban spaces integrated into modern development. Perhaps expanded transportation systems connecting even more communities. Perhaps thriving innovation districts supporting entrepreneurs and researchers. Perhaps new tourism destinations attracting visitors from around the world. Perhaps educational institutions producing globally competitive talent. Perhaps all of these things. Because cities are never finished. They are always becoming, always evolving, always growing, always reaching toward the next possibility. The future version of Cilegon will be shaped by decisions being made today, the investments made now, the education pursued now, the innovations developed now, the environmental choices made now, the community relationships strengthened now. Everything contributes. Everything matters. And this understanding creates responsibility. A responsibility shared by governments, businesses, communities, families, and individuals. The responsibility to build wisely, to think long-term, to create opportunities not only for the present generation, but also for those who will come after. This mindset has always been central to the greatest civilizations, planting trees whose shade you may never sit beneath, building foundations whose full benefits you may never personally experience, creating opportunities for people you may never meet. That is the essence of sustainable progress, and cities that embrace this philosophy often achieve extraordinary things. Cilegon has the potential to be one of those cities, not because it possesses unlimited resources, not because it avoids challenges, but because it possesses something even more valuable: a proven ability to adapt, a proven ability to contribute, a proven ability to endure. These qualities cannot be purchased. They must be developed over time. They must be earned. And Cilegon has earned them, year after year, project after project, generation after generation. As Indonesia continues strengthening its position on the global stage, cities like Cilegon will remain essential, not only as centers of production, but as centers of innovation, not only as transportation hubs, but as hubs of opportunity, not only as places where goods move, but as places where ideas move. Because ideas ultimately shape the future more than anything else. And when ideas combine with determination, remarkable things become possible. That possibility is visible throughout Cilegon, in its industries, in its communities, in its students, in its entrepreneurs, in its workers, in its dreamers. Together, they form a powerful force, a force stronger than steel, the force of human potential, the force that builds cities, the force that transforms nations, the force that changes history. And if there is one message the story of Cilegon offers the world, it may be this: never underestimate a city simply because you think you already know it. Because behind every skyline lies a deeper story. Behind every reputation lies a richer reality. And behind every great city lies a community of people determined to create something extraordinary. Cilegon is one of those cities, and its most exciting chapters have yet to be written. The furnaces continue glowing, the ships continue sailing, the dreams continue growing, and the future continues calling. A future forged not only from steel, but from courage, vision, innovation, perseverance, and hope. The very qualities that have defined Cilegon from the beginning and will continue defining it for generations still to come.